All right, I'm going to share something with you. I've been talking about our freedoms for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I've neglected to talk about my company. And I have this feeling, this sense of what is happening? Why am I not sharing what God has done for me and who He sent me to go get and to help? So tonight, although I love our freedom, and although I love trying to help people learn how to generate revenue, learn how to build, tonight we're going to talk about my company, my dream, my goal, my effort to help fathers. I just feel super committed to dads. We have so much work to do. So let me start here. My effort to help people is simply this. 4 years ago, when the assault on Black bodies was happening, my commitment back in 2020 was I'm just going to make myself available and listen, help, be heard, those who need to talk about what they're going through and feeling and experiencing. And that happened. And that idea turned into black, yellow, red, and green colors saying, I'm coming, I'm looking for you. If you're a father, no matter where you are on the spectrum, beginning fatherhood or 50 or 60 years later after you've been a dad, my commitment, my heart, I want to help you. And sometimes all we need, brothers, is somebody to go, are you hearing me? Do you see me? Are you listening? Don't judge me. Don't point out what I need to change. Just are you listening to me? And so from 2020 up until now, I've been building just that one dream. Anyone who is a father and need to be heard. It's been exciting over the last 4.5 years, dreaming, creating, innovating what you see right now. The name of my company is Bossmobility Life Coach Services. And there's been so many iterations of that we've moved on to encompass and include AI. What that means is I am able to help two sets of fathers, Black and Latino father entrepreneurs, Black and Latino father entrepreneurs. Here's two situations where some of us are in the ghetto. We grew up there, we left there, we never left, but we know the street well. We know how to operate in that environment. And most of us that have had that experience of going to prison or coming back and forth, most of our help we need is internal about our fatherhood, how we feel about ourselves. How am I going to make the connection with my children? If I've been away, who's helping me walk back, walk with? Just listen to me as I try to re-enter the community. So that's one set of thoughts and life points that I want to help and address, and that I'm prepared for that. Because I'm from that neighborhood in Chicago, growing up on the South and the West Sides. And then when I think about those of us who graduated college and have great jobs, and we've done so many great things, and now we're 40, 50, 60 years old, and we got to hustle, plus our job, plus the kids are grown. Only thing at this point, we're stuck because technology is kicking our butt. We can't grow in our businesses because we don't know all this techie stuff. So my commitment to the Black and Latino men that are educated, that have completed things, that have built lives, but they have this hustle that they want to do and they don't know how to do the techie stuff. So what I've been doing for 15 years at least is for free, building the skill, learning the skill to use the marketing to help you. I think it's time to stop the freedom in doing things for free. Someone asked me yesterday, what are you doing for you? All these things you do for other people. Which of these tools are helping you? And I remember thinking, a lot of them help me, but it's not about me. It's about the fathers who need what I'm offering. But it helped me to think through, let me make sure I'm crystal clear. I put it in the description. Who am I looking for? What problem am I trying to solve? Does it cost? Do you really want to be available for people? I have so many people that I respect that are in the community, building things, building nonprofits, working hard. And I'm sitting there seeing, oh, look at the impact that they're having. Wow. Sometimes I just stare at some of the brothers that's been doing this for 10, 15, 20 years. You know who you are. I've talked to you, you know. And it's exciting. But now I'm thinking, how can I have an impact? How can I help people be seen, heard, and understood as fathers? So I'm going to give you a little bit of an idea how I want to help. If you are an educated Black and Latino male fathers, and I'm specifically trying to help the guys, and you don't know tech, let me give you an example of how I can help you. So I'm clicking on the first link here, and this marketing tool is called AI Genius, and the system will help you market your services. I'm going to play this short video so you can understand what it is that I'm trying to help, who I'm trying to help.
The playbook for growing a local business online is simple. Capture new leads, conversationally convert those leads into sales, turn those customers into positive reviews, and then reactivate those customers into repeat buyers. And that's exactly what our platform does. In order to consistently generate new leads, you first need to be found. The quickest way to get search engines like Google to put your business at the top of search results is by having a steady flow of positive reviews. With our platform, you can show up in search and stand apart from your local competition by easily collecting new customer reviews through text. But getting found is only the beginning. Most consumers choose the first business that responds to them. So unless you start conversations with potential customers almost instantly, they'll go somewhere else. That's why we make starting conversations with website visitors as easy as clicking a button, connecting you instantly through text message so the conversation doesn't end when they leave your website. And we bring all your leads, no matter where they come from, into a single conversation stream that supports text, email, video messaging, Google Business Chats, and even Facebook and Instagram DMs, so you can respond faster and more efficiently than ever. When it comes to turning all those conversations into customers, we make collecting payments just another convenient part of the combo, so you get paid faster no matter how they prefer to pay. Next, you'll want to turn your new customers into happy reviews, which is a snap with our new review request quick actions. The more conversations and customers you generate, the easier it becomes to drive repeat business. We make reactivating contacts into customers as easy as, yup, you guessed it, the push of a button. With bulk actions, you can send out text and email campaigns to generate new sales whenever you have a new update, promotion, or story to tell. We make modern online marketing simple. Let's start growing your business today.
So back to the idea and the thought, if you are educated in business, you don't have to be educated, but I mean, when you've completed a level of, number of years of learning, usually that's the case. And if you need help technically, social media marketing, what the video discussed, I can help you with that. There are nonprofit organizations that I'm a part of and connected with, and I won't go through each one, but for the same reason, those that need help with tech, emails, websites, campaigns, just a litany of things that need to be done to get your message out there. And the way I do that is through my website. This is the website that shares with you my life coaching experience. And in life coaching, this is where I began 4 years ago. So if you want to learn about assessments, who are you, work through that, go to the website, click on some of the links there. You'll see the services that I offer. You'll see ways of generating revenue. If you don't have faith, you should have more by the time you get through going through this website, because I cannot forget God no matter what. I'm here to make sure that message that he wants us to do good and love people. This is my way of doing good and loving people. All right. I believe in family, marriage, family, children, grandchildren. They're all here. We've come a long way. A little bit more of the website. Please go through it and look at what you might need. I charge $75 for the conversation we need to have. And I have a plan for you. When you want to change, I have some options for you. And the way I work is you pay your $75. We have that conversation, and then you go get busy. And we don't do it again until you change that area of your life that you want to change. No use to paying and getting together if you're not going to change. So that works out better. What about Boss Mobility Life Coach Services? What makes you different? Well, inspiring, empowering, and uplifting is stuck in my mind. I want to share that, pass that on as a value, no matter what you're working on and what you're working through. So, who are we? We care. AI to me stands for always individuals are prepared. AI fatherhood entrepreneurs. That's where I'm at. That's who I want to help. So if you're interested, go to the website, click around. If you want to meet on Zoom, or I use Meeting, which is a Zoom replacement, this is something that is so very important that you get the resources you need. You get to be heard. More services. These are some of the services that I offer. If you remember the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've been talking about Our Freedom. And Our Freedom is a multi-level marketing company that allows you to pick a service that you want to work through. And at that point, use that service. So for $99, $300 setup fee, and $99 a month, you have access to so many tools. I'm not an expert in each tool. I'm an expert in fatherhood conversations, me and God, me and my wife, me and my kids. That's all I'm an expert in. Been with them all my life. That's all I can talk about. That's all I know. But if you need that help and you want that help, these are some of the services you can deal with. There's 2 words I put together called PIES, P-I-E-S, and FOES, F-O-E-S. And I'm using it as it's public domain words. They've been out there for a long time. Physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual. P-I-E-S, PIES. And the other one is FOES, financial, occupation, environment, and social. PIES and FOES, for fathers that are working on the standard of thinking to help your children, you need to eat the kind of education and emotional training to help you withstand the challenges of being a dad. But you also have to fight on the outside, having a job, having a career, knowing who you are, working through that. So PIES and FOES are just a standard of thinking in the public domain. It's called the wellness, 8 dimensions of wellness. But when I broke those down and made 2 words out of them, it helped me to understand that as a dad, I need to have knowledge, skills, and ability in each stage every 5 years of a child's life, of your family's life. So every 5 years, your knowledge, skill, and ability as a dad changes. What you do between 1 and 5 years old is going to shift from what you're going to do and learn and experience between 5 and 10 years old. I've been through all 5 stages. And what I've learned is, how can I convey to this generation of fathers? What kind of standard of thinking do you need? How do you develop that? Where does that come from? And if you walk with another dad, I think you really enjoy having a structured thinking, so that just like a ruler never changes, there's just inches and the next inch and the next inch. Well, your thinking as a father needs to have a stability in that. Now, I chose the Bible for my standard of thinking. It doesn't change. He said what he said, and I'm working on trying to apply that. Not being religious, but just holding fast to the scriptures that I think will help me remain faithful to my wife, faithful to God, faithful to people. And that's what this is about. So Our Freedom has 2 meanings to me. Who, what, when, where, why, and how am I free? And I use the Bible as my standard to continue to be free. And then, who are you with your business or your what you're trying to generate? How are you trying to generate making money? And I chose Our Freedom as a way to do that. So lastly, if you want to join Our Freedom, you are so encouraged to do that. I'm simply trying to create interest in Our Freedom, create a buzz, look around, see what you think. And then I'm going to give you the next thing that Our Freedom came up with, which is this video. This is the new service that came over the last 2 days.
Let's unravel the mortgage mystery together. This is my lovely new home, and like most of you, I took out a fresh $452,000 30-year mortgage with a 4.99% interest rate. Seems standard for today's market, but there's more to the story. During a deeper dive into my loan details, I stumbled upon a section in my disclosure documents that just blew me away. In the first 5 years of my loan, I'll have paid almost $153,965 into my mortgage, but with only $36,993 going towards the principal. Yeah, that's right. Out of the $153,965 I've paid into my mortgage, only $36,993, or 24% of my mortgage payment, is actually reducing my principal. The other 76% is kept by the bank. That's crazy, right? So then I did an even deeper dive into my loan documents, and I found a section called the TIP, or the total interest percentage. And it's not the 4.99% I thought I had. It's actually a startling 93.036%. Running the numbers, $452,000 times 0.93036 equals a whopping $420,522.72. It's unbelievable, right? But I have good news. I recently learned how to turn the tables on the banks using their own strategy and technology against them so that you can pay off your mortgage in less than 10 years. Yes, that's right. A 30-year mortgage paid off in less than 10 years. It might sound too good to be true, which is what I thought until I got my own personalized savings report. My personalized plan revealed that in just 8.5 years, I can have my home, cars, student loans, credit cards completely paid off. Yep, that's right. All my debts eliminated in just 8.5 years, not the standard 30-year plan. Now, that will save me a whopping $318,000 in interest, all without sacrificing my current lifestyle. Are you ready to unveil your debt-free date? Simply click the link to see how much money and time you can save. It's a breeze.
Now, I appreciate her saying it's a breeze, but for some of us, it's not a breeze. But at least there are tools that can help us. Those of us that are interested in getting out of debt or paying off your mortgage and just hearing other opportunities. That's not my lane, but I know that's a new service that Our Freedom has, and there's more information on my website. You can check that out later. So again, Boss Mobility Life Coach Service is a life coach, and it's a technical, not a wizard, but I just love tech. I love helping businesses that need the tech side of running their business. Working with nonprofits, doing the same thing, offering services there. And then there's, Our Freedom just came up with their new product and service in the financial area. The last thing I want to share with you is that you need to know who you are. And one way of knowing that is taking an assessment. And I'm an ambassador for Fingerprint for Success, which is now called Marley, Marlee. And what I want to show you is when you know yourself, or you need to learn how to know yourself, when I took this free assessment, it came up with what are the 48 areas that I prefer when working with people? And then what are those areas that need to be worked on when I'm working with people? So let me just give you an example. This number one highest priority, 241, this is what it means. The benefits and drawbacks of being in a high solo environment. You can focus, you can get some benefits there. I need quiet around me when it's time to work and get things done. The drawback is I prefer to be alone. That's not good, but that's a preference for me. Well, what do you do about that? You can make progress and you can change by having more social interaction. So when I learned about this tool and I went through every one to give me an idea, why do I prefer that? Why is that important to me? All this information was so helpful. Let me click one more item for you to learn. Here's one called Away from Problems. What does that mean? Benefits and drawbacks of being a high away from problem characteristic. You counter rash decision making by tempering unrealistic expectations, highlighting problems that others might be blind to. The drawback in that way is you can be perceived as lacking support for your coworkers. or setting goals and personal aspiration as you focus more on the technical aspects of operations. So having this information is so helpful. And obviously, I only clicked on one item. You can look at the video and it will explain it, or it will communicate it in different ways, or you can learn how people can respond and relate, who are examples of those assessments, and what kind of impact you can have. So as a life coach, these are the areas that I try to help people with. Look at your life, look at what you can do with your life, look at how you work with people, find ways to make changes and improvements, and you can share that with people that you know. So I gave you a little bit of information about Bossmobility Life Coach Services. That's what I'm offering, life coach services. If you're in the hood and you're working on fatherhood issues, I'm there. If you are working and building a business and need some technology help, I'm there. Those are my two target issues and services that I want to offer you. Thanks for listening. I hope this was helpful to you. Sometimes I have to change and believe that what I have to offer is important. And the value that I'm trying to connect with you is I love you. I see you. I want to help you. I hear you. I see you. And I understand you. I'll leave it right there for tonight. Again, my name is Brian Hill. You can reach me on 510-415-2098 or my email at bossmobilitylifecoach@gmail.com. All for now. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow.